So we have a brand new adventure today. We're on the river in my motorized kayak, and we're going to a spot where there were a bunch of camps, Civil War camps, and there's actually a battle that took place not too far from here. So I don't know exactly where these camps were, but I know they're around this stretch of river somewhere. So hopefully we'll find a thing or two. Maybe the guys are fishing down here or something. We're gonna go up a little ways, not too far, jump out, and just kind of work our way back downstream. Oh, I see something creepy. Want to see it? Look at that. Look at all the bones. It's probably a deer, I guess. Looks pretty small though, doesn't it? Ah, yeah, there's a skull. Yeah, poor old deer. Look, you can see his skull there and how his neck went around, all his vertebrae, and dissolved in the water. I haven't been in the water for about 20 minutes. Haven't found anything but this cave. It's wild. Big thunderstorm was coming. I can see them brewing, but we're gonna stay out because it's early in the day. But let's explore this cave together just for a minute. I'm not gonna go very far because I am way off the beaten path. And it might take my wife a long time. Look at the tracks. Take my wife a long time to figure out where I am. Because I didn't tell her what's going caving. Of course, I didn't know this was here. Formations. See, when the river comes up, that it floods right up to the top and completely fills us in. I was thinking that if we get this thunderstorm, I could dip in here and get out of it, the worst of it, but I don't know if I want to be standing in water during a thunderstorm. That might be kind of shaky, especially if we had a flash flood. All right, we're almost back out. Okay, so I've been looking for about another 20 minutes, and this section of the river is paved with the lids of beer cans. Now they're older beer cans because it's just the lid, so the rest of it's rotted away. This is my best find up until about 2 minutes ago, when I found, looky, if I can get it, a bullet. I shouldn't have put it in there, huh? All right, so this is a Civil War bullet. It's a Sharps rifle bullet. I thought it might be fired, but now that I'm looking at the top, you see how it's kind of dinged up? That might be where they tried to make a sinker out of it. I'm not sure. It's not fired though. There should be rifling grooves cut in it, so it's definitely a drop bullet. Right here, in amongst the hundreds of beer can tops and bottoms. Well, we can figure these out pretty easy. They sound a lot different than beer can tops and bottoms, but plates sound exactly like them, so belt buckles, so we might be stuck digging some more of those. This is the bottom of a big cooking kettle. That's one of the legs right there. And you can see the mold seam going around it, which is really cool. It's even got a Helgermite built in for the meal. I just found this right here along the bank. We're going to work our way up. This could be a really great spot. That did not come down here in a flood. That was pitched in here either by like a farmer who, maybe there's a home site up there in the woods, or there's a camp that he cleaned up after the war, and he pitched this down into the water. It's an interesting little find. You know what it is? I'm not 100%, but I think it has something to do with like a jack stand for a wagon. And that could be Civil War era, it could be colonial era. But since I don't really even know what it is, who knows? It's found about 10 feet away from where I found that piece of that pot. So, still very hopeful about this spot. So this is a cool little tool of some sort. You can see this pointy end. That's where a wooden handle would have gone on it. It's got a blade. It's like a little sickle or something, or a flesher, but then it's got a twist in it. And I don't know, maybe that's why it was thrown away, but it's either like a little scythe or you know, something to cut like that. It's kind of small, so it might be like a flesher, something to take the flesh and the gunk off of hides. And it could be a woodworking tool, I suppose, as well. Well, I had great hopes for this little spot right here where we found the pot and stuff, but that's about all I found. Let's go ahead and get down below these rapids here, and we'll jump out and try it again. So I just dug a piece of tin, and then, looky, see the mud? That's not what we're after. This is what we're after right here. Ah, if I can get off my finger. That is a Civil War relic. That's what we call a triangle, for obvious reasons. And it's part of a knapsack rig. So this came off a Civil War knapsack. That's pretty cool. Now, it could have been lost right here. Knapsack could have been lost a mile upriver, who knows. But first relic here, that's the first piece of Civil War brass I found in a while, isn't it? I found a little bit earlier, but it's, no, actually 2 days ago, I found an epaulet, so, well, a couple days ago. Maybe we'll find another one, a whole one here. So I just dug another little relic, but unfortunately we're about 150 yards downstream from where I found the triangle. All I found up there was a bunch of lids to cans, and some of them were buried pretty deep, but I just found a little round ball. I think it's probably cut with a knife to make a sinker out of it, but I'm not 100%. I'll take a quick peek at it with me. So this is kind of neat. I was just cruising through here and was going to keep going, but I looked down and look at those timbers. This is an old dam, an old mill dam of some sort. See them crisscrossing? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull over here and going to jump out and just try above the dam a little bit, where the dam used to be. That's a good place for people to pitch stuff, you know what I mean? Like cannonballs. We'll find out here in a minute though. Hopefully together. I didn't find anything where the dam was. Came downstream a little bit further and ran into this really cool little dump. I don't think it's like terribly old. I'm not finding like treasure, but I have found a couple things that make me believe there could be some older things in here. I'm finding some pieces of like watches and stuff like that, and they're in my bag. And I just got a signal up here on the bank. There's another little cog of some sort, out of a clock or something. I'm gonna throw that in the bag for now, but you can see this looks like it used to be an old dump site here. So even if this is like 1930 stuff, they could easily have thrown away some good Civil War stuff. That's an old bone right there. You can see it's been cut, so somebody ate that. And down below here, I've already came up through the bottom. I saw some pretty cool things I want to share with you on the way back. I was just hoping to find something really good. I was super excited, but I didn't find it. I'm about as far up as the dump goes, so we'll go back down from here. I'm gonna go ahead and just set the machine down for a minute, and we're gonna walk back up through here. I'll show you a few of the things that I found that I set on the bank, and then there's some bottles and stuff we'll dig out together. This is a part of a pot that I dug, a enamelware pot. And you can see there's all kinds of stuff sticking out of the bank. Not very old, that's like a mayonnaise jar. Dug this, that was kind of a shellish, like a artillery shell signal, but that's not what it is. Let's see. Kind of weird how this stuff got like packed in the bank right here though. I was hoping this might be whole. Let's see what it is together. Hey, what is it? Some type of little bottle. Doesn't look terribly old. It's pretty though. Yeah, it's part of a mason. That's the inside of a mason jar lid. You can see there's lots of iron in here. I'm gonna go up here to, I thought that might be part of a ramrod, but there's another bottle. Let's look at that. I thought that might be a ramrod. It's about the right size, but you know, thickness, but it may not be. Let's see, check out this one. Fork top. Not sure what kind of juice was in that thing. I'll set it down. I'll get some of this on the way back, but I want to keep moving real quick. That's just a mayonnaise jar type thing. There's one other thing up here I want to show you. It's really cool. There's a broken jar there. Jeez, I'm kind of stumbling around on these rocks here. All right, where is this thing? Oh yeah, here we are. Okay, let me set this down. I think he's gonna move some of these rocks off of it. See if I can pull it up. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to without breaking it. It's got wooden spokes. Oh yeah, no problem. Oh yeah, okay. Now, you know what? I found something like this before, and some of my fans are telling me it's off an old car, even with the wooden spokes like that. So like a Model T or something. I don't really know for sure. I'm gonna leave it though. Look at all the bottles and stuff in there. That's a quarter battery. You've seen those before. Broken. That's a mason jar lid. Oh, it's a little broken bar. There was nothing whole in there. Teacup. That's an old shoe. Oh, that's a pinpointer. All right, that's all I wanted to show you. We're going to keep moving downstream, getting closer to the truck, and I think we'll have more luck down there. Well, I got another little relic where someone took a Civil War mini ball and they cut the bottom off of it so you can see through it, and they made a sinker out of it. Now, could have been a Civil War soldier, but it's probably more likely, since we're not finding a lot of dropped Civil War stuff, that this was just a bullet someone picked up off a battlefield or just found and, you know, made a sinker out of it. Could have been 1880, could have been 1930, who knows. This is kind of neat. I was getting a bunch of signals over here, kind of where I dug that little piece of mini ball, and I just want to show you something. It's pretty awesome. Hold your breath, and I'm going to show you what it looks like underwater. Well guys, that's going to have to be it for today. We did find some stuff, a few Civil War items, which was nice. We didn't get skunked. Didn't do as good as I hoped we might, but when you're checking out new places, you just never know. But I have some more places we're going to check, brand new places, and I'm telling you, one of these times, you just won't believe your eyes. It's coming up, I got a feeling. We'll see you then.
My big round baby, and I'll rock you until I go to sleep. She'll shake the coins from your pocket, take your gold chain and your locket. Mother Earth has no sympathy. She'll take the ring from your hand and bury it